name is Megan Bloom, and I'm the speech therapy manager here at ICAN. I also am one of the feeding therapists. Today, I want to talk about how to help maybe one of your picky eaters eat a salad. Let's say it's dinner time and salad is on the menu. And you give this to one of your kids and they say, "Oh, I don't want to eat this. This is gross." But you really want them to get their veggies in. It's a mixed salad with tortilla chips and some cabbage, red cabbage, green onions, and kale. And it's really healthy for them. And you tell them all this stuff, but they still won't eat it. And you're like, what can I do? So we're going to back up a few steps and present it differently to them. So this particular salad came in a kit, had everything mixed in except for the dressing, the cheese, and the tortilla chips. So before they even call them for dinner and tell them to sit down, don't show them where it came from. Don't show them the bag. Just show them what's on their plate when it's time for dinner. So what you can do, separate all the colors and all the pieces of the salad. So I'm going to separate some of the green pieces, some of the white pieces. I have some carrots in here. Purple cabbage. I'm going to grab some more carrots. Okay, and then I'm going to, the cheese is individual packets, I'm going to sprinkle some cheese. Sprinkle some tortilla chips. See how they're not touching? They're kind of in its own separate spot. And then I'm going to squirt out a little bit of dressing. And the purpose of this is to have the child try each piece of food at different times and not at all the same time like this. This might be really confusing for them. There's different textures, different sounds, different flavors, and their bodies haven't gotten used to each piece separately. So it's dinner time and they come and sit down and this is in front of them. What are you going to do next? You can talk about it. Your plate should look like this as well. I'm going to grab this purple piece. Oh, let's touch it. It's hard. It's crunchy. I hear a crunch when I break it in half. Then I'm going to kiss it. They realize that it's cold maybe. And you ask them that. Oh, I'm going to put it on my teeth. Is it crunchy? Let me hear a sound. Oh, and you talk to them about the sounds and the feelings and if it's wet, if it's cold. And then maybe, oh, you're going to hold it in your mouth for 5 seconds. And by then, they might have chewed it up and swallowed it. And then you move on to the green piece and talk about the color, the size, the shape, the texture. Does it feel rough? Is it smooth? Is it slimy? Is it dry? You want the kids to get used to how it feels on their fingers, how it feels on their face, how it feels on their lips, and then in their mouth, the most sensitive spot. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, it's quiet. I'm going to hide it. It's okay for them to spit it out. But then you're going to try it again. Crunch, 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 crunch. Make it disappear as a magic trick. So we want to make it fun and exciting for them. And let's say they pick up the next green piece all by themselves and eat it. You give them a lot of praise. Then we're going to move on to the dressing. I'm going to touch it with my finger. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, it's cold. It's orange. Wonder what it smells like. And these are the conversations you're going to have with your kid. Ooh, it smells spicy. It smells, I don't know. Let's try to taste it and see if we can figure it out. Oh, yum. And now he's eating a little bit of dressing. And we're going to do that the same thing with each piece in hopes that they chew and swallow it. But it's okay if they don't. But then you think, how do we get to this when it's all mixed in? If they're successful with each piece, meaning they chew and swallow each piece without any aversive behaviors, meaning they're crying and kicking and screaming and getting really emotional, if they can do that with each piece separately, try picking up that lettuce and dip it in, and maybe they will lick it off. No. It's the start of getting those mixed textures, because in hopes that they're able to dip it and put it in their mouth and eat it. You can do that for each piece. Dip your carrot. Ooh, dip. Crunch. Talk about the sounds. That's a really fun thing for kids to do. Tortilla chips. Stir, dip. Whoa, I picked up some lettuce. Crunch. A little big crunch with the tortilla chip. So eventually, maybe you can throw, 1, 2, 3 pieces in the dressing. Stir, take it, the fork, scoop it up, and eat it. You're increasing the quantity of the mixed texture. So you're building up to this, but it's separately, one piece at a time. And it might take a while to get here, but they're learning about the flavors, the sounds, the colors, the shapes of each piece first. Their system is getting used to each piece first before they are able to tolerate a mixture like this, where if you take a bite, oh my God, it's soft, it's crunchy, it's spicy, it's leafy. Not bad, because my system has taken the time to figure out what is all in my mouth. You can do this with spaghetti. You can do this with soups. You give a child spaghetti and meatballs, but they won't eat it because it's all mixed together. Serve the noodles, serve the sauce, serve the meatball. Have them eat the noodle, have them eat the sauce, have them eat the meatball, and then maybe the meatball's dipped in a little bit of the sauce. The noodle is dipped in a little bit of the sauce. Maybe you take the meatball and you wrap noodles around it and they eat it. That's how we can get kids used to mixed textures like this. Having them learn about each piece separately before you combine it into a bowl or a plate. Because this is good for you, but it might take a while for some kids to get there, and that's okay. Thanks. If you have any questions, please let us know and reach out to your speech therapist or occupational therapist to help you with some feeding. Thank you. Bye.